Hello everyone and welcome back to This is the Police. As you can see, I am in a new place. I am in my place. I have moved out. And it is beautiful and lovely. And I don't really remember where we were in the story, if I'm being honest, because it's been so long, because I was doing all the moving stuff, and it's been a while. Anyway, the Freeburg Tribune says nudists demand private beach in the city. Reasonable. The Golden Bird, homelessness increased by 13%. That's not as good. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, juvenile vandals forced to clean graffiti. That's hilarious. Everybody's good. Go to work. My dog died yesterday and I'm terribly depressed. Can I go home? Yes. I'm too tired. Yes. Yes. I was taking out the trash last night and I accidentally got into some poison ivy. This morning I noticed my feet were blistered. It doesn't look like anything serious, but I'd like to see a doctor just in case. Can I take the day off? No. You can do that tomorrow. You're off tomorrow anyway. What are we feeling like? Let's go. I don't really remember any of them anymore, but I seem to recall liking White Russian. Let's see. Yeah, this one's alright. Okay. Good job, Roscoe. Revik. Good job, Lazzarini. According to recent reports, the FPD is hiring police academy graduates with the lowest grades. This is shameful, and not just for you, but for the entire city. In the next two days, send at least 4 cops for retraining. If you can't teach them anything, let the professionals step in. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, good. This one, I barely remember this one, but we'll send Markiplier and, Pungdana. I don't think we need SWAT. Alright, an office employee came to work earlier than usual and heard gunshots and screams coming from up on the roof. I always work on the top floor, and I've never noticed anything like this before. That sounds like a job for Everts, and Simpson, and Vermillion. Alright, how do I do that? Again. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Deputy? That's how. We're gonna send Rosha and Vermillion when he gets back. Wait, how many do I need to send? 4? In the next 2 days, send 4 cops. Alright, so we'll send Rosha and Vermillion, and then Shift B can have their 2 lowest go. Unlawful assembly. Abortion opponents have blockaded a women's clinic. They're acting very aggressively, shouting, "Abortion is murder, abortion is sin." No one dares approach, but doctors and nurses are afraid to leave the building. Stovall, no, let's actually send some women to this. No, let's not. Okay, fine. Fine, if you're gonna be like that, take McNally too. Can I send Rosha? I can send him. Never mind. Take him. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah, alright. Investigations, abduction. Let's put some more on here then. And you can have everybody that's left.
In progress.
A group of pranksters have been tossing purses on the sidewalk tied to a thin thread. They pull the thread attached to the purse and lure curious passerby into a dumpster in the alley. This is not the first complaint we've gotten about these pranksters. The other day, one of the victims was so scared when they tossed her in the dustbin, she lost consciousness and still hasn't recovered. Alright. Chin, Dixon, go check that out. It turns out that the roof is being used for the final skyscraper scene in the new action movie Bloody Shirt 5, Johnny's New Look. Cool. Mr. Boyd, my foreign cooks have really gotten out of hand. They started spitting in the food and putting in all sorts of strange things, like it's some kind of joke. It wouldn't matter, except several visitors began to notice they're eating foreign objects and started to complain. I tried to talk with the staff, and they nod and agree, but then they just continue to wreak havoc. Please send a couple of your men here, and maybe intimidate them with jail time or deportation. But make sure the threats stay just threats. I can't afford to be without a cook for even one day. Alright. Team Spectacle, you're in.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Well, we just got some guys back. Markiplier can go... No, I need my guys here, so send just McNally.
Officer on scene.
There's a $100 bill in the street and a few teenagers in the alley are poking their heads out from around the corner. Quietly enter the alley from the other side.
415 completion.
Job, guys.
1310 in progress.
A man who wished to remain anonymous told us the address of another man who's engaged in the production and sale of fake documents, certificates, and other papers that are in high demand these days. These guys' prices skyrocketed and the quality is just as bad as before. Alright, Markiplier and Pugdana, you go. Alright, Vermilion's back, so... Vermilion, go. Go for academy training. Sir, we showed some initiative and knocked around the clever immigrant with our nightsticks a little bit. We fucked with the rest of them for half an hour, and they got with the program. They won't be monkeying around with the food anymore. Mrs. French was so thankful she served up some crab salad and some sake. Not even our families take care of us like that. And you two are done for the day. I am not sending drunk officers out. Good job, guys.
911 in progress.
A seller at a gift shop noticed a brightly dressed Mexican woman stuffing a statue of the Freiburg Monument into her bag. She then kept on shopping and trying things on, so I followed her. She paid for everything in cash except the figurine. I asked the security guard to stop her, but some big guy stepped in and the thief escaped. Alright, Everts, take Dixon with you.
Looks like we have a situation.
No one responds to a knock on the door, so the police knock it down and enter the apartment. A man wearing glasses pops out of the room and presents his federal agent ID. Inspect the ID.
1310 completion.
You got some fraudulent documents, so of course we're going to inspect them. Leroy Everett noticed two apparently smoke-filled teenagers sitting on the side of the road taking turns playing Russian roulette. Oh my fucking god. Okay, Staval, take White and Chin, and also McNally.
911.
The girl turned out to be pop star Elena Moraes, who was visiting Freiburg while on the tour. The big man who stepped in was her bodyguard. She was collecting souvenirs in local shops and just forgot the statuette in her bag. I couldn't fit everything in my hands, apologized Elena. The seller didn't recognize her. I don't listen to pop music. But she accepted an autograph from the singer anyway. There we go. Oh, fuck. Hostage situation with a fatal casualties. A passerby saw some masked gunmen flee a bank carrying some big bags and run into an apartment building. It looks to me like one of the robbers was wounded. Let's send... no, let's not send our liquor drunk guys. Fuck it. Let's send SWAT. Why not? We have them like 4 times a day, so...
415.
Good job, guys. Everyone's good. It's been a busy day today. Naomi Rutherford is gravely concerned that the city is being invaded by communists. I saw right outside my window a whole family wearing red tracksuits with the letters USSR written on them. I haven't seen anyone holding their hammer and sickle. Not yet, anyway. But I know it in my heart. It's just like the past 200 years. We've shed blood and sweat for this democracy of ours, and we won't just give it over to these commies without a fight. I say let them come at us with everything they've got. This is going to be a false alarm.
Looks like we have a situation.
The doorman is
here.
lying unconscious on the floor. The elevator isn't working, and there's traces of blood on the steps. Shake the doorman, awaken, and tear. You have nowhere to run. Come out with your hands up. Follow the trail of blood. Somewhere near the top of the stairs, a woman screams, and there's gunshots. The doorman starts to come around. Run toward the sound. There's the corpse of a woman in a robe lying on the staircase, so criminals have holed up in an apartment. Stun grenade.
710B complete.
Good job, everybody! We found money. Let's launder that money with the mafia, because we're a good police chief.
A in progress.
A few girls got into a fight while they were waiting in line for tickets to the Larry Pistol concert. Oh, okay, I'm not really concerned about that. So Ping Chin, take McNally, and just head out.
Complete.
The woman who seems to have been startled by the Brin family, immigrants from the Soviet Union who arrived in town just today and haven't had time to buy new clothes. Welcome to the country. You got the police called on you. Oh, I got some new frames? Okay, I don't remember anything about this. This is Orson Sand. No restaurant does business. Doesn't like to waste away in the back office. Stan found out about it and decided to make a vivid example of Timothy Wayne in case anyone else had ideas of going against the family. Orson Stan and two accomplices drove to the Hell on Wheels car dealership in a red vehicle. He doesn't use weapons, so this is not real. His shoes were found on the sidewalk near the entrance showroom. Apparently, he resisted the kidnappers when they dragged him to the car. So this is probably not real either, because it does not appear that he's resisting. I think maybe he's at his desk and then it pulls up. Maybe. I don't know. I need more frames. We got 3 new frames. Okay, so so I don't know. I've been sober for months now. Okay, I only let Alex out of my sight for a second. Just talk for a moment. He was going to walk her down the hill, so I shook her hand. I was handing out leaflets in the park. I noticed 2 men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle, sitting on a bench near a roller coaster. I saw a girl in a blue dress. She was playing near the hill, and she bent down to pick something up from the ground. Then an elderly woman walked up, took the girl by the hand, and walked away. The woman walked like she was dizzy. Okay, so there's 2 men drinking. I didn't see anything suspicious. A drunk driver hit a trash can in the parking lot and left some paint behind. Some light paint behind. So this is not real. So 2 men are drinking on the bench. She has her doll. She drops her doll. She goes to pick up the doll. She goes to pick up the doll. Okay, one of these 2 is not real, but I don't know yet. I don't have enough on that yet.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Okay, then we'll send our... I mean, it's like basically the end of the night, so just send everyone we got. And we can end the day as soon as this gets finished.
311A complete.
Hell yes. Excellent. End the day. End the day. Day 88. Freeburg Tribune. Classroom horrified when failed chemistry experience claims teacher's life. Oh, holy fuck. Golden Bird. Port Union threatens strike. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper. Farmers grow record-breaking zucchini. Everybody's happy? Go to work. No one's calling out? That's a fucking first. Let's go with you. Why not? Back in business. Because we are back in business. Tomorrow's the deadline. Yep. Damn, son. Alright. Well, let's start off by sending Chandler. No, Chandler's already got a stripe. Send Fitzsimmons. And Sterling, because Sterling keeps calling out.
712 in progress.
Jack, keep up the good work, and we'll make sure your final days at Freeburg PD are much more comfortable. A witness found a rusty white truck that's wanted in connection with the schoolyard kidnapping of 13-year-old Tanya Rodriguez. The machine is sitting in the field. There's been no movement or sign of life for over 2 hours. Let's send Middleton, McNamara Jr., and Sterling.
In progress.
50-year-old Amanda Price attacked a young waitress, claiming the girl was flirting with her husband. Amanda grabbed the waitress by the hair and dragged her across the floor, yelling, You bent over so far your tits almost flopped on the menu. Jesus Christ. Alright. Hunter and Gorshkov, head on out. Suddenly, strange sounds start coming in from inside the van. The windows are frosted over, so it's impossible to tell what's inside. Knock on the door. Inside, there's a man and a girl playing with dolls. Beat the man senseless, take the girl away, and tell him she can finish playing in the police car, and then arrest the man. Grab the man by the neck. Yeah, let's do that one.
712 complete.
Quiet morning so far here in Freeburg. And we finished an ongoing case. Then terrorism happens. Mrs. Norris called to report an explosion. I was in the kitchen making an omelet with bacon, and suddenly, bang! The explosion shook my windows. I'm a former military man, and I'd say it was about 10 pounds of TNT, no less. Mr. Norris, sorry. McCoy, Floridor, and take Chandler and Lazzarini with you. Let them see some action. Good job, guys. Young businessman Rasul Haddad came to the police about a minor city official, Jasper Redmond, who was demanding a bribe of $20,000. Otherwise, he's refusing the necessary permits for Haddad's store. The businessman has volunteered to pretend he's delivering the bribe so the police can catch Redmond in the act. Cool, let's send Koenig, Ashiro, McNamara Jr., and that should be good. Daniel, Revick, and Fitzsimmons haven't been out yet, so they are next.
1011B complete.
Mr. Norris's neighbors are just performing major renovations in their house. The man heard them doing some demolition.
410A in progress.
A young sailor reported an attempt on his life. I was just swimming around close to the shore when I felt somebody's slippery fingers catching my ankle and try to drag me down. I barely escaped. You can laugh, but I know for a fact it was definitely a mermaid. I was in the Navy. I know all about them. Okay. That's nice.
113A, progress. Got a situation here.
The police are in the office as soon as the money changes hands. Redmond tries to quickly hide a large parcel in the drawer. Show us what's in the package. The official quickly jumps up and rushes toward the window, trying in vain to get it open. Stop moving.
1410 complete.
Good job, guys. A port employee saw two men trying to break into a truck. They were unable to get it started, so they unhooked the truck's trailer and are now trying to make off with it. Okay.
in progress.
24 homeless people have settled outside the city where they've organized a small camp. They are very aggressive to strangers. They attack and beat outsiders, and according to rumors, kill them, and sometimes even eat them. The anonymous source also said to look at their gardens. They grow narcotics beside the vegetables. I only have 2 people for this, so we're gonna wait a hot second. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot. 24 of them? Yeah, that's a lot. Jack, one of our guys stole a substantial shipment and disappeared somewhere in the warehouse district. We don't have time to play detective in there, so we'd like you to give us a little professional help. Sure.
410A.
Keep Sand happy.
510 in progress.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Alright. The sailor's leg was snapped by an overgrown fleshy algae that grows near the shore. Alright, we'll have people back in 18 seconds. It's a shooting.
1112. Officer.
Spotting the police, the 3 residents of the camp draw some strange knives and rush to attack. Fire shots in the air. A grubby woman with a baby in her arms crawls out of one tent and runs toward the police. My son! Take my son away from here! Pick up the woman and child.
410B complete.
I found a ficus! Ask the mafia to sell it. Oh, whoops, I don't have people back quite yet. Mr. Norris called in about some shots he heard from the street. I was frying a steak in the kitchen. I heard several sharp claps. I think it was an M16. I'm ex-military, so I know what I'm saying. You better watch out. Those are some big guns. It's just your neighbors, Mr. Norris. They're doing some reno.
113A.
Good job, guys.
210 in progress.
Ah, shit. An elderly woman made a scandalous accusation in the pharmacy. She claimed the pharmacist substituted her medication, and because of that she was gaining weight. Look at these wrinkles. It's disgusting. Then the outraged woman took off her dress. Koenig, go take care of this. An informant reports that some containers are being smuggled into the port. The illegal immigrants hiding inside are to be sold as slaves, and the shipment is accompanied by armed guards. Okay. Sounds legit. It was a children's birthday party going on in the house beside Mr. Norris. The guests popped a few balloons, and Mr. Norris confused the pops with gunshots. It sounds like Mr. Norris has some PTSD and needs to seek professional help. A man who lost a large sum of money at the poker table attacked the female dealer. Yeah, that's not okay. I mean, you shouldn't have been playing poker if you weren't prepared to lose. I mean, it's that simple. Good job, Koenig.
1112.
Good job, everyone. Non-automatic weapons. Sell that shit. Okay, we got some new frames. Okay, she has the teddy bear in that one, so that's not right. She has the doll in that one. Yes, she has the doll. It was an elderly woman, right? An elderly woman, yes. Oh, no, that's a dude. I still don't think I have enough for this. A teenager in a corn costume. I didn't notice that before. It's not the guy, because all the ones with the guy have a teddy bear, and she doesn't have a teddy bear. So I think I'm still missing some frames. Got some new frames. I don't know what this could possibly mean. Wait. Oh no, he prefers to meet clients and make sales in the showroom. Okay, cool. Cool. Does he have a wait. Does he have a shoe in that one? He does have a shoe. I think I'm still missing one, so we'll leave that for now.
Officer on scene.
Why are you
Looks
cheating,
like we have a
bitch?
situation.
The man in the yellow jacket is pointing a gun right at the girl's face. Casino security are cautiously watching the action from behind the slot machines. Dude, where did you get that gorgeous jacket? The man is squeezing the girl's hand, saying, I know how to put an end to your sleight of hand. We'll see how well you palm cards if you're missing your fingers. That is all I've read. Let's not shoot him with the taser. Because if you shoot him with the taser, then he'll convulse, which could pull the trigger. Throw it on the weapon or you will be shot. Believe me, I don't bluff.
412A.
Good. Looks like our quiet night is, well, our quite busy night is coming to an end. Day 89. Alright, Freeburg Tribune, ambulance driver takes down robber addict. Holy shit. Golden Bird, immigrants in the city up 19%. The fact, Bishop demands name change for Holy House Pizza. And everybody is happy with me for right now. I was up all night reading. No! I drank too much. Yes, Stovall, I don't want you here if you're drunk. Whiskey tinge, just like Stovall. Thank you, sir. Share that. Are we, one more day. Okay, cool.
412A in progress.
A young man became outraged when an elderly woman broke in front of him in line and he struck her with force. A cleaning woman tried to intervene, but she came under blows as well. Oh, are my people in the academy? Is that what's happening? That's okay.
1010A in progress.
The corn monument has been strapped with explosives. The clear voice yelled into the phone, and then the line went dead. Let's take SWAT. And let's send a number of people.
910A in
Wow, it's
progress.
busy this morning. Janet Salazar Guerrero startled an intruder who was trying to break into her house. He kept yelling things in a drunken voice, said if I didn't open up, there'd be trouble. Pogdana, take McNally. We'll keep Markiplier for something big. Although we can't send him by himself, which is unfortunate.
1010A
There wasn't a bomb. Some children decided to play terrorist and tape some wires to a normal shoebox. Some children decided to play terrorist.
1111 in progress.
Okay. Mrs. House called in to complain about some addicts who were loitering around the Edgar Allan Poe monument. They're turning their brains to mush. They shoot up right there in the park in broad daylight. No shame, no conscience. We'll wait for that.
412A.
Good job, guys. Team spectacle.
910A complete.
The drunken man mistakenly thought he was breaking into his own house and that his wife was refusing to let him in. A teenager stole an expensive car but lost control and crashed the vehicle and ended up fleeing the scene. Alright. Bowling, you're up.
Officer on scene.
Several overgrown men in dirty clothes are leaning against the monument. It seems they are sedated. Next to them are a few syringes and tourniquets. Turn on the siren. One of the addicts says, "Cops!" and tries to crawl away. Get down on all fours and try to get to the addict in a fair race. Man, we can't keep up with you.
1111D complete. in progress.
Students report a serious fight going down on the street outside their dorms. Several people are shooting at each other with machine guns right in the middle of the road. Pedestrians are hiding behind the cars and someone is bleeding on the pavement. This has the markings of a mafia war. Okay, let's bring SWAT with us. And let's take our best guys. Alright. Gary Polson, homeless. I saw a muddy young fellow wearing a hood, whirling through the alley near the Fur store. Then I got distracted. I get like that sometimes. I remember I heard some rumbling and hissing like cars running at each other. Alina Pogrebniak, victim of the theft. I just parked my car near the Fur shop and a boy in a hood popped through the gate, grabbed my bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I hurried to the phone to call the police, but the damn pest must have been hiding nearby. As soon as I stepped away from the car, he dashed inside and was off like a bolt. At the very first turn, he hit the fire hydrant and ran away like a cowardly dog. Okay, the car is insured, but who's going to replace my favorite Snow White handbag? That's important. The camera at the intersection shows a convertible crashing into a fire hydrant and water spraying like a fountain. A short time later, a thin hooded figure climbs from the car and runs away down the street. There's traces of yellow paint on the fire hydrant. Kwek Sui Chin, passerby. I was just walking down the street and some guy in a hood came flying right at me. He was all wet, a real mess, like he was from a shipwreck. The guy ran into me hard, almost broke my ribs. Alright, so he's lurking and then he's running.
More testing in progress.
I came to the park to play chess and then people started running past, screaming, covered in blood, reported a breathless Mr. Connolly. I just ran as fast as I could. It was terrible. This sounds like a false... This sounds like a false alarm. We've received 12 complaints about MoneyGrow, a company which promises reliable insurance returns. Once they got the money, they started avoiding all their investors. They became belligerent and urged even their biggest investors to simply trust them. Brett Bryan, who lost over $10,000, said the director of MoneyGrow has withdrawn all the money and is preparing to flee the country. Not on our watch. Alright, everybody's out now, so we need... I don't have anybody, I'm sorry.
511 complete.
But nobody died. Everyone was fine. You didn't need the reinforcements. That's why I didn't give you any. Now hurry back.
4 testing complete.
Jack, we have something going down today at Chinatown at 2200. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1500 should be enough for such a request. 2200 at Chinatown. Mr. Connolly was experiencing the Indian Festival of Colors for the first time.
Progress.
Seeing the police, a woman quickly hides the file in a safe, then grabs a stack of papers from the table and waves in the air, saying, "Our paperwork is in order. We're a real company." Grab the stack of paper and beat the woman's face with them. Take the hidden file from the safe.
1310 complete.
Yeah, saying we're a real company. That's sketch. The secretary at the Blink Zone studio reported that a trainee photographer became so excited during a nude shoot that he attacked the model and intends to rape her. Hurry, he's locked himself in the room with her and he's tying her up with cables. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. During a bodybuilding show, a small group of girls burst into the room and did something that threatened the very lives of the participants. One of the bodybuilders put in the call through the police, and his words were slurred as he spoke through his tears, so he was unable to clearly explain the situation. I am skeptical, but okay. Oh, fuck. Bill Buckler saw a truck and a few cars near his farm. Around them was a group of about 10 people arguing. The farmer wanted to drive these suspicious folk away from there, but when they saw him, they grabbed some weapons from their vehicles and opened fire. Buckler somehow managed to get back to his house safely and called the police. We need more than 2 people for that. People are coming back? Yeah. They're not my A-team, but they'll do in a pinch.
611 complete.
Good job. And now hurry back, because we got nobody right now. The girls were just shouting insults and belittling the bodybuilder lifestyle, which brought the muscle-bound mopes to tears. Okay. Men with automatic weapons have surrounded the farmer's house. He's struggling to put up a fight, but he's just armed with an old gun. Get close to the criminals by crawling across the field, ambush and beat the criminals in the truck before they can sound the alarm. Go over to the criminals' cars and start shouting and jumping around. The suspect jumped into their car shouting, "Who's gonna stay to watch the stuff?" Shoot to kill. Drop your weapons and eat dirt.
1113.
Good job, everybody. Men armed with knives and iron bars broke into the club, determined to show those yellow slopes how we fight here in Freeburg. The fight spread, and several bystanders were drawn in, but one managed to escape and call the police. Alright, let's send our A-team. Oh, god damn it, it's after 22. It's after 22. Whoops. No new frames, cool. One new frame. What is this? That's not real, he has a weapon. Alright, so he didn't threaten her with a knife. He just grabbed her bag and disappeared. What is this, him honking? This is her driving up. So that's probably real.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
I'm sorry, Sand, I forgot. You need to stop giving me so much warning. Like, tell me, like, as it's about to happen. And then I won't go. Shit. We need to stay in Stan's good books just until we arrest him.
311.
Yeah, I know, I forgot. That's the reason. Stop giving me so much warning.
Needless to say, I really miss them a lot. I can't wait for the moment when I'll see them again.
Wouldn't you like to see me?
Lana, but we,
Let me guess. You've thought about it, but then you realized this can only bring us more suffering. Besides, it's dangerous given the kind of work we do, and why ruin things when everything is going so well, right?
Well, if you know what I think, then you must be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Jack. Because it's true. But is it fair?
You know what wouldn't have been fair? If your friends caught you in a karaoke bar with an old man.
With an old man?
Maybe you imagine you've been talking to a young Greek god with long golden hair, but I'm a 60-year-old man, Lana.
Listen to me, Jack. Ever since high school, I've been surrounded by old men. At university, half my classmates were old men. They might have been 18 years old, but they were already half in the grave. No goals, no ideas, just endless burned-out looks on their faces, exhausted and empty. At work, even my younger colleagues act like old men. They don't have the stomach for a fight. They're already dreaming of retirement. And then there's you, Jack. The only man for a long time who felt the same age as me. Because you fight. Because there's life inside you.
Lana, damn, it's true. There's life in me yet.
Jack, you're so cocky.
Oh, excuse me, miss. I am the most promising young prosecutor in the country.
You know it's true.
This is a little strange. Alright. Well, that is all the time I have for today, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Rael, and I'll see you next time. Bye!